Somerset County, Maine, Madison, Maine, Skowhegan, Maine. This is your Sheriff, Dale Lancaster. He was the president of the Sheriff's Association for the state of Maine. He's a fucking scumbag. He poisoned me and he killed many others. Where's Tina? Did she leave with a black bag, Dale, or did she leave in a black bag? Those are questions that everybody in Somerset County, the state of Maine, and throughout the nation should be asking, answering, and abolish this son of a bitch. Don't you understand? All of a sudden, he's trying to turn the heat off from him and put it on the Chinese illegal grows. He's been out here murdering people for a long-ass fucking time. And it's time that he goes. That's right, we're going to talk about all these worthless bastards in the state of Maine today. Good morning, everybody. Here we are in Seabrook, New Hampshire. We're going to exploit them as well. We're not only going to exploit Seabrook, we're going to exploit Greenland, Newburyport, and everywhere in between, as well as the state of Vermont. October 4th, 2023, I was at Skowhegan District Court filing protection from abuse against that creeper Dale Lancaster. And all of a sudden, when I got back home, lo and behold, my dog was missing out of my home, stolen out of my home, mind you. My car was vandalized and so was my trailer. I filed for protection from abuse, harassment, stalking, and terrorizing, and I fled the state of Maine for my life. Safety, risk was all at stake. Dale Lancaster had me arrested October 16th, and when I got out of jail that night, I had to call somebody to come get me because there was a black truck waiting outside my home. Who was that, Dale? Troy Martin, can you tell everybody who you've set up? Were you trying to get me killed? Is that what the object was having that subject in the black truck out there waiting on me? Well, guess what? I'm still alive, boys and girls, and here to tell. By the way, the bail commissioner who released me, it took her hours to do that. Was that because, thank you for my safety? Because you told me several times as I was saying, I don't have a ride, and you told me, do you understand? Make sure you're around people. Be around people. Okay. So you were telling me that they didn't want me to leave until a certain time. You were supposed to hold me? And then I was going to disappear like Tina Static did? Is that the possibility? Well, guess what? I appreciate you stepping in for that, and I'm still here to tell about it today. How about that? I told Attorney John O'Donnell this situation in writing, as well as I made it very well known to the judge, the county commissioners, the Board of Selectmen, Tim Curtis, John Alsop, you all know, don't you? Because you got a copy of it as well as the court did. I sent all the paperwork, and including paperwork that I filed back in August of 2023, request for restraining orders against the people that had me arrested because of them terrorizing, stalking, and harassing me and my daughter. It was a year ago, this time last year, when some fucking scumbags had my daughter locked up because I've been screaming I want to have a DNA. I want to know why Joel Cummings is still a cop for Skowhegan Police Department here in 2024 when I was pregnant at the age of 17. I didn't say he raped me, but I'm telling you right now that I was pregnant at age 17, and him and Paul York, who is still an officer today in Skowhegan, buddies they are. It's called the buddy system, the color of law, okay? Violation of all rights because I was under 17 when I got pregnant. Was it by the cop or by the dope boy? Either way, they were of age and I wasn't. What I'm going to tell you is karma's a real fucking bitch, and I can be one as well. But I'd like to sit back and let shit just unravel after I bring it to your attention. Because you see, you did me wrong, Cheryl. You did a lot of people wrong by hiding information, Michelle, at that courthouse, Haley. Who is it, December 8th, that just seemingly clipped my car and got away with it, and I'm the one that got charged? I'm the one that got charged because you obviously blocked my entrance to be able to pull over and out of the way, and you did it purposely as you rode from the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through exit to the right. You blocked me from going into the next driveway. You blocked me from going into the other driveway, which would have been the motel, and I had no choice but to take the third, which was actually the ramp to get on the highway. Well, Mr. State Trooper Tyler Nadeau gave me a ticket, and then he escorted me to the hospital to have my pacemaker checked. Lo and behold, Mr. Blackop from Pittsfield, he had the cuffs on me, and Tyler told him to take them off me because I wasn't under arrest. He knew that I didn't do anything wrong, and the Pittsfield cop told him that I was not there at the car. Yet, fucker, I'm the one that was waving the cop into and pointing to my car like a flagger. Okay? So with that being said, would you like again to tell the court, the judge, the jury, and everybody out here, Mr. Black Op from Pittsfield, Maine, why you lied to the trooper and he even recognized it? Then as he gives me a ride and a couple cigarettes to go along with it, because yeah, I smoke weed, I don't smoke cigarettes normally, but I was a little bit upset about the whole situation, and I knew I wasn't in the wrong, but I was in the right, and it was just hours after my heater. The door to my trailer was opened up, and an accelerant was sprayed into my heater. And that was just a few hours after my daughter had been reported for a missing endangered persons report. All right? And that was on December 7th. So we're taking it back to Christopher Wray, our top FBI agent who I talked to for 2 hours and 45 minutes in regards to all of this on October 4th, 2023. After I had contacted Troy Morton, and he told me that he was going to charge me with harassment if I mentioned to him about my dog or my missing daughter again. So I called Laura Ingram. Well, it seems to be that Laura Ingram was told by him to shut up as well when it came to the illegal Chinese grows. Well, I don't think us girls took it very easy or lightly or however you want to display. But I can tell you right now that it's time that not only Dale Lancaster, but all of his deputies and all of his friends go to prison along with him. That's right, from Anson, Maine, Skowhegan, Maine, the dope dealers, the fucking pedophiles and predators. And that's right. If you don't believe it, you watch in Anson, Maine when the pumpkin patch grows and the pedophile predator puts the names of little felines on there. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's right. He's a fucking predator and a pervert from fucking many years ago. And if you look at Dale Lancaster, knowing that he was a homicidal detective before he became a sheriff and all the dirty deeds gone done dirt cheap, that's right, with a governor involved. Don't believe me? I've still got messages, Janet, from your brother David. When you had my account deleted, everybody, you didn't delete the one that has the information, so I've copied it onto a thumb drive. I've kept it all for everybody in the nation to share on 4th of July. Stop me from doing that. I've already sent copies of it to everybody's emails. So I guarantee you can delete my accounts as many times as you want to, but the truth is still going to prevail. Dear Lancaster, this was my house and mailbox, correct? Dear Lancaster, Ron Blodgett, you knew about my daughter missing, didn't you? 11 years old my home was, and pristine inside because it had not been lived in for 7 out of 11 years. Can you tell me why it needed to be condemned? Dale Lancaster, tell the nation why. Tim Curtis from Somerset County. What happened to my camper and what happened to my car, Dale Lancaster? Creditable witnesses, come forward, please, because I named you. And perhaps this notarized statement, request for investigation, is what led to the burning of my home. Just so you know, I do not like males, and the worst thing to do is wake me up being a male in my face or even talking to me. That will piss me right the fuck off for the beginning of the day, and that's why I get a lot done, like sharing this information here, and I'm going to share a whole lot more because I'll give you a docketed case number by the end. See, Garland, Maine, when you allowed people to fuck with me and then lied about me yourself, Laurie Keefe and the rest of you, John Sears, that didn't do very well for you or me. But you see, it's coming around in my favor because you can only skin a cat once, and I can tell my story forever. Isn't that right, Ruth Oviatt at Pittsfield Hospital, Sebasticook Valley Regional? Dear Lancaster and Troy Morton explain why my daughter went missing. All being reconsidered for reinstatement. The truth will always prevail. Hide the information. By the way, Michael Drake from Greenland. You should probably tell everybody why you took information out of my bag of documents. That's right. On April 7th or April 9th or April 9th. April 8th even. Whenever you had my car. Right? So who was it that took paperwork like this? But you see, again, I got copies of everything. That's right, when Greenland Police Department was surveilling me and then found a reason to impound my vehicle, which they had no reason to, but they did it anyways, and I got it back. I had a cut seatbelt. I was told, don't drive it too far, they'll impound it, and then it seized, as well as some of this paperwork like this went missing out of the bag. I've also got the cut zip tie with me. Yes, because I had my bag locked, sealed with a zip tie, and I did it for a reason. And it's people like this that violate people like you and me. 2022, where's my trailer and where are all my belongings? And that's all in regards to Franklin County, which is Dale Lancaster's buddy, Scott Nichols, who is now the president of the Sheriff's Association. What's his relationship to the governor? Everybody ought to be asking that. Dale Lancaster knew my daughter was missing. 3.5 months later, this is how my daughter was found. She had been abused and was set up to be killed and was told through the FBI report, it states, she was told, just as I was told, that we had snitched on the government. Telling the truth isn't snitching, now is it, Christopher Ray? Contusion on her head. Just one of the marks left on my daughter's body. Then it happened again in 2023, didn't it, Dale Lancaster and Troy Morton? Maine State Police. They all knew my daughter went missing, and it wasn't because she wanted to. I'm here to tell about it, and so is my daughter alive. Her own witness. Unfortunately, Tina Static still hasn't been found, so what are we going to do about it, people? Started here in 2007. Jeff Noyce, ex-chief of police. I've been saying it since 2007. I requested investigation, and it took him all these years to finally arrest him, but he still hasn't been tried, and he's still Department of Corrections bail commissioner for the state of New Hampshire Department of Justice. The sheriff, Volusia County, telling me integrity is everything. Take your medicine and learn how to use caps. That's what he told me in response to helping me find my missing daughter. Who's to blame? That's right, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Used to live in Island Pond, Vermont. Border Patrol, Homeland Security agent. That's right. Assaulting my daughter. What happened to all this information? Request for protection, high risk. How'd this happen, Dale Lancaster? Somerset County, Skowhegan, Madison, Maine, I dare say it's time for you to pay attention because you're going to start paying for a lot of lawsuits that are filed, and not to mention the ones that I'm still filing. Good day, Dale Lancaster.